Hi, my name is Rick Trinko. I'm a hoof trimmer. I've been trimming professionally for about 23 years. I also had my own herd of dairy cows for 20 years before that, and I trimmed them also on my own. Hoof Supervisor is a hoof trimming program to computerize our records, and so we have the data on computer, and we can use that a lot easier than the paper scattered everywhere, covered with manure. I think it's a good program. I was really interested because I like to do consulting too, and I think records and history makes our consulting a lot easier. Plus just easy recording, and farmers get a good review of what we do and what we see on their cattle. Once we bring the cow in the chute, the computer is very easy to work with. You put the cow number in, and you got three choices of our lame issues. You got a lame button, a recheck button, or a routine button. Usually I always use routine. I use the lameness one only if the farmer has the cow down for she's lame and which foot. That way I know he's bringing me the lame cows, or I have an indication what he brings and what I find on the farm. I always like my farms to be able to locate the lame cows and bring them to the trimmer. Okay, this is a lame cow we found. She's lame on the front left. Let's see, claw number 2. What does she have, Trevor? White line?
Yeah.
She's got a white line. Zone 3. Zone 2, we're gonna block and wrap her. Done. I'll put in my recheck date. Done. This cow will be on the computer for recheck in 42 days automatically. The recheck is about self-explanatory. If I see a block or I know she's a recheck, by looking at the date, I'll re-enter the number with a recheck instead of routine. When the cow is done, if I don't have any lesions, I hit done, and it goes right. It's ready for the next cow. If I have a lesion, I just push on which claw. Automatically brings up the lesions that you can have on that claw or that area or location, and then whatever we did for the treatment, block, wrap, or whichever. So that's basically a self-explanatory system. It's very easy to use and get used to. I always use the trim history if I see she's been trimmed close the last 2 times to see if we've had an issue, or is it a chronic problem. If it's a chronic problem and they keep bringing her to the chute, we can do some different things. People have tagged them different ways so they quit bringing them to the chute, because if it's a chronic cow or a leg injury or something, we don't want to keep stressing the cow out bringing her in the chute. If I have a lot of lesion or a lesion that's repeating itself, I can just call question mark on the report. So if I don't see the farmer, he can see that I put that on there, that she's probably not going to heal. For certain situations, we're never going to get cows to heal. I like the trim list because that way I get a pattern set for the farm. And if we have any issues come up, we can say what changed in the pattern. Like pen IDs, did all the lameness come from one pen? If we have something new coming up, did it come from a group of animals or a certain lactation or a certain group of days in milk? So if we don't have history, we don't have a pattern. And so that's one way when you're consulting, it's easier to pinpoint where our problems are coming from for you to pinpoint faster and easier what our issues are that are causing the issues. I also believe that it helps the trimmers and the farmers stay honest for each other, because if a farmer calls me and says, hey, why didn't I had a lame cow and you didn't write nothing down for her, I can look at my records. Maybe I did write something down and he didn't understand it, or maybe he didn't even bring her to the pen, and we've all had the farmer call and say, hey, what about this cow? And we look at our records and she's not on our records. The computer can tell me that real quick. Otherwise I'd have to go through my handwritten. So it just makes it easier for everybody. I use Hoof Supervisors, again, to keep the records easy. does the billing for me. I don't have to worry about adding things at the end of the day. Keeps track of all that stuff. I can even get a yearly report, what I made at that farm, or monthly report, whichever I want. I also can get reports on what lesions we've had throughout the year, or monthly, weekly, whichever I put in the computer to give me the report on. And also like Hoof Supervisor because of it's the only program I know that they go have a lot of hoof trimmers involved with what we want to see in the program. Instead of one or two people make the decision what they put on the program, they're always suggesting the program or rewriting it for what the hoof trimmers want. They meet up with different hoof trimmers at times to see what they want, what should be different, what else we should add. So that's a big benefit when you're working with the hoof trimmer and getting the information right from the people using the program.